Aries, it's Rose from Sacred Waters Tarot, here to bring you your timeless reading for the month of May 2025 for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Wherever you have strong Aries placements in your chart, cross watchers, you are welcome as well. Guys, this is a general reading for the sign of Aries, so not everything I say will resonate with all of you. Only take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else and go on about the reading. Now, with that being said, if this video has found you, welcome to my channel. Please consider subscribing. Please like, please share with a loved one. Comment below, guys. I love to hear from you. All this helps my channel grow too as well, and I do appreciate it. Let me know how this resonates with you and your situation. If you do not want to comment, please consider leaving me your favorite emoji. Okay, guys, let's get into your reading. My fiery little Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever you have strong Aries placements in your chart. Like I said, cross watchers, you are welcome as well. And let's get into your reading. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What are the messages, Spirit, for my beautiful fiery little Aries babies? Let's see what's going on in Aries land, okay? All right. Okay, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Spirit, what are the messages for my fiery little Aries babies? So in the recent past regarding your energy, Aries, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Strong sign of Sagittarius, doesn't have to be. Now, the Wheel of Fortune reverse is like, it can be bad karma, of course it is. It's all about, the Wheel of Fortune, of course, is always about karma. And it's always turning, okay? Whether in our favor or not in our favor, depending on what's going on in our lives, who we have in our lives, the situation, the energies, everything. So I feel like for most of you Aries, you've had like kind of like a crisis going on in your life, maybe even for like a few months, okay? And maybe you lost your keys, maybe you got a flat tire, maybe your car was stolen, maybe you lost your job. You know, I hope not, but it's like a series of unfortunate events that has taken place. But a streak of bad luck can only go on for so long. Okay, so hopefully in the current situation, things will get better. Maybe it was a Sagittarius you were involved with in some capacity. Maybe this person owed you money, they never paid you, or maybe this person has really bad luck and they leaned on you and kind of like they just like dumped all their bad energy on you, and you were left to kind of like, help them out and pick up the pieces. So hopefully this is not currently what's going on in your situation. We will see. The Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're over it. You are over it. This is ending. This cycle, this series of unfortunate events is over. Okay? But the Ten of Swords being in the reverse, I feel like you're healing, like you're pulling all the wounds out of your own back.
I'm learning how to choose the right audio apps for you. Which one do you want to use to listen to this?
Excuse me, sorry. Paranormal activity going on in my readings. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, Aries, Ten of Swords in reverse. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. You might have that strongly in your chart. Doesn't have to be. I feel like this is like you're taking your wounds out of your own back. It is an ending and a new beginning. But when it's in the reverse, it's to a lesser degree, because I feel like you've been in this situation before with a certain dynamic, or like the certain dynamic, or with a certain person. So this time you're completely done, Aries. You're like, you know what? I'm not doing this again. I'm not going to go through this again. I'm not going to put myself through this. I'm not going to put my family through this, or just, whoever is in your life. I'm not going through this again. I'm going to heal. I'm going to recharge, and I'm closing out this cycle, and I'm going into a new cycle. Okay? So let's see what's going on in the future. Oh, we have the King of Swords here. Yeah, you're laying down the ground rules. You could be involved with an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Maybe you have some like legal issues that you need to sort out or something like that. This can definitely be your energy. King or Queen, it's gender fluid at this point, unless I tell you that it's not. I'm not picking up a certain gender here. I'm just picking up bad energy and a bad situation that has been, a theme reoccurring in your life, and now you're done. You're completely done, and you're doing the healing work, and you're getting back out there, and you're starting to feel like yourself again. And in the future, you're having very strong boundaries placed in your life as far as energy, as far as people, all of that, Aries. And that's really good to see after this, thing that has happened more than once to you, okay? It's over, and you're a brand new person because of it. You could have someone helping you with this, or maybe this is you. You might have strong air placements in your in your chart. Okay, but like I said, it's a general reading, guys. So let's see what's the overall message before I start clarifying. Eight of Wands, yeah, you're done. You're out of here. You're done with this. This is poof, the past. Okay, you're moving forward, full speed ahead in your element of Aries here. The Eight of Wands is full speed ahead. Okay, after a time of right now what you're doing is like I said, you're pulling your wounds out of yourself. You've been betrayed, Aries. You've been betrayed. And now I see in the future you're going to be having very strong boundaries. Your demeanor could change too. You could start to have a more of a tough exterior, whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. Regarding this situation, or just regarding life in general. Maybe this has put you through some type of awakening. And maybe sometimes sometimes we have to fall more than once, sometimes twice, sometimes three times before we realize that we're being taken for a ride for people who don't have our best interest at heart. I feel this was intentional. I do. Um, but I like that you're moving forward. And the wisdom that you're gaining from this unfortunate event of this person that had very bad intentions, or the situation that was just a nightmare, is over. And you have your boundaries set and you're moving forward. That's great to see, Aries. I love that. Let's clarify and see what happened. You guys, if you watch me, I like to go back. I've been on a bit of hiatus. It was much needed. And I'm back now, Aries. Let's see. Eight of Cups in reverse. Like I said, this has happened. You have been through this with somebody many times, back and forth, on and off. If this is a long-term relationship, it is now ending. If this is a long-term marriage, it's being dissolved. If this is a long-term friendship, it's over. Okay? Because you're not pouring from an empty cup anymore. The Eight of Cups in reverse. This could have happened right before the full moon. We have a full moon right now. Like I said, this video is timeless. So whenever you're watching it, the message will apply for you then. But we're coming out of a full moon. Actually, we're still in the full moon energy of Scorpio. Let me know how you guys feel with this full moon energy. Maybe you found something out. Maybe there was like a aha moment, a light bulb moment that went off in your head, in your mind, in your mind, body, spirit, that said, I can't do this anymore. I keep returning to you, and it's the same situation. You promised me the sun, moon, and the stars, and then I'm left with all your bad energy and all your baggage, and you do nothing but bring me down. Every time I'm around you, my life goes to shit, excuse my language. Okay? And you're done. You're done. And I see that you poured a lot of, I see you poured a lot of your emotions into this. So if this is a love relationship, I'm sorry, Aries, but you did the right thing. You really did do the right thing. This person has nothing to offer you that you can't give yourself. This, like I said, it can be a friendship, can be a family dynamic. Right now, I'm picking up, still there's no gender right here right now. So this could be anything right now, really. Okay, let's see. Let's get some more information here. Let's see what's going on in your current energy. But I do see you working on yourself. Like I said, this is something that, you know, sometimes we have to really know that this is not meant for us. And the only way to truly know that it's not meant for us is for us to be faced with the same situation, same person, again, or same situation, group of people again. Again and again sometimes, to really know that this has to be done. This is not going to be part of my life moving forward. I don't want to spend the rest of 2025 and the rest of my life dealing with this nonsense anymore. I'm done. I'm over it. Aries, that's your hands are up. And I feel like this has made you really, now Aries, you're fiery anyway, but you're very warm and you're very understanding, you're very giving, and you're very reliable. And that's what I love about you, Aries. But a lot of people take that, for granted. And me being a Cancer sun and Cancer rising, of course, I understand that. But Aries, you do have those qualities too, because you are a cardinal sun as well. So yeah, you're done. Let's see what else is going on here. Ooh, the Emperor. You walked right right into your reading, Aries. Okay, so I'm picking up for Aries females. If you're watching this, okay, there could be another Aries. Okay, if you date men, there is an Aries man coming into your life. Okay, For Aries men who are watching this, you stepped right into your reading, okay? Whether you date male, men or women, it doesn't matter, okay? The Emperor is somebody who's reliable, dependable, like I was just speaking about you. Then you showed up, okay? Can't make this up. You are reliable, you are dependable. If you have children, you take care of your children. If you don't have children, you take care of your partner's children as your own. You have your own business. If you don't have your own business, if you're not an entrepreneur, you work very high in your company. You're very high regard. You own your own home. You own your own land. You are very self-sufficient. You're very independent. You're very loyal. Okay? That's what the Emperor is all about. So, like I said, for Aries females, you may be getting out of a situation with a Sagittarius male, and then an Aries could have walked into your life. But if you're a cross watcher watching this, I understand too. It depends on. Let me know in the comments, guys, your placements. Um, I feel like for many of you, okay, whether you date men or women, or whether you're involved with men or women, you're showing up here with this beautiful energy, this beautiful divine masculine energy. Okay, so I'm speaking to many men who are coming into their own, okay, or many men who are meeting somebody of the same sign, okay, male or female. So things are starting to change. So coming out of an on and off again, on again, off again, on again, off again relationship, all of a sudden the Emperor shows up. Okay, so this is really good news. And maybe you weren't expecting it, Aries. Maybe you're like, you know what? I'm done with dating for a while. I'm done with, I just got divorced, or I just got separated, I just broke up with somebody, for the third time, and I just don't want to be bothered. But boom, the universe will send you who they want to send you. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, source will send you the right person in your path after dealing with so much of a karmic. So this is really good to see here. Like I said, if that's not your situation, this is you stepping into your own reading, like the amazing Aries that you are, very strong divine masculine energy. Okay, let's see get more information about this Emperor here. Ooh, Scorpio energy, strong. Wow, two major arcana cards right on top of each other. So crosswatcher, this can be you, if you have Scorpio in your chart. Aries, you could have strong Scorpio placements. Doesn't have to be. The death card is all about a rebirth. So Aries men, this can be a rebirth of yourself. Like I said, I feel like you're changing into a different person. Okay, now this is really interesting here because the death card is all about new beginnings, completely ending the past, going towards the future with a new outlook on life. You're reborn. You are reborn. This toxic situation, this toxic relationship is over, and now there's somebody else in your path to bless your path. Like I said, I'm reading about Aries upon Aries. Okay, now Aries females, um, you might be saying, yes, I did break up with somebody, and now I did meet somebody who sounds just like the Emperor, but he's not an Aries. Well, do some digging. Maybe their moon, maybe they're rising, maybe they have 3 or more planets in the same sign of Aries, or maybe they're just the energy of the Emperor. It could also be a Taurus as well. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, because this is a general, like I said, guys. Okay, so this is beautiful to see coming out of the darkness, thinking that there's nobody out there for you, thinking that everyone's going to play you like they did, even though you have your boundaries set up, and all of a sudden, boom, the Emperor comes walking in. Like I said, this can be you guys if you're a male. So beautiful energy to see, beautiful comeback story. We have a lot of people here. Knight of Swords in reverse. I feel like this is the ex. Okay, so the Knight of Swords in reverse is a very, very, very toxic person. Okay, male or female. Whether they're the same age as you, maybe whether they're older than you, maybe a little bit younger, they are immature. They are manipulative. They are liars. I'm picking up Gemini. It could be Gemini, but it can also be Aquarius or Libra. Um, this is what you're leaving behind. This person could have abused you in more ways than one, but I feel like it's more of a mental abuse. This is like a very narcissistic, egotistical person who just how do I say it? They just, whatever is on their mind, they have no filter. They just say it. They curse a lot. They overindulge in a lot of things, and basically, they they might not be overindulging in drugs. Alcohol can be anything really. It can be gambling, especially with the Wheel of Fortune reversed. They could be down and out in their luck. They could have a gambling addiction, gambling problem. Okay, whatever it is, where they bet on horses, they play cards, they gamble, whatever they do, they're not lucky. Okay, this could have been the reason why you broke up with this person. Okay, and spirit is definitely going to keep you away from this person, especially with the emperor here. This is like a father figure energy where the divine masculine is protecting you. Um, in more ways than one, this card is giving me multiple meanings here. It's very beautiful. You're coming out of thinking that you're never going to meet anybody, you know, that would be like the emperor. And all of a sudden the emperor shows up. Or like I said, for some of you, this is you. Okay. Um, Let me know in the comments, guys. This is very interesting. But the Knight of Swords in reverse, it will never change. Okay, they're very, very volatile. They're very toxic, and like I said, I feel like this person has a lot of problems with money. If they have $100, they're spending 200 of it. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's how they are, and that's not how you are, Aries. That's not you. So let's leave that in the past. Leave them right where they are, and you're moving forward. Okay. Let's see what else Spirit has to say, Aries. Just when we think, we're getting back on track and we have our life planned out and you're going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to spend time with my family, I'm going to spend time with my dog, my cat, my kids, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden we find that the right person shows up, your twin flame shows up, your soulmate shows up. That's usually when it happens, after a series of very unfortunate events, just when you thought you were depleted. And when we're working on ourselves especially, that's when Spirit starts laughing. Not in a negative way, because your spirit guides are your spirit guides. They're not going to hurt you. Source is not going to hurt you. Um, it's other energies. Whatever entity is attached to this person, then it's not coming along in the future with you. Let's just see what else is going on here now. Spirit, give me more info here. Wow, there's a lot of people. There are a lot of people here. Queen of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. This could be the ex of this person, and this could be why nothing ever works out with you. Nothing has ever worked out with you in this ex. Okay, because they've always had a third party lingering, or maybe it was never a third party. Maybe it's their significant other that they pretended that they weren't with. But the Queen of Cups in reverse is somebody who definitely, pretends to be empathic, pretends to be sensitive, but they're just overly dramatic and just like crazy. They could be a diviner. They could dabble in magic. They could be an empath. They could pretend to be somebody who's of the light, but they're not. Usually, if they are psychic, they siphon your energy. So maybe this was the straw that broke the camel's back here with the Ten of Wands in the reverse, where you're just like, you know what? Not only did you lie to me about so many things, not only did you manipulate me, abuse me mentally, just take me for all I had, and you promised me the sun, moon, and the stars. You kept coming back and getting back together with your ex, especially with the Eight of Cups here in reverse. I see there was like the same. I feel like this person played you and this person both at the same time. Okay, so that's not good. And the emperor is not going to do that to you. The emperor will never cheat on you. They may keep few secrets, a few, but it's only to protect you from certain things. Okay, the emperor in the upright position is a very honest man, a very loyal man. Okay, nothing like that. Okay, so I feel like you're just done with the third parties. You're done with them saying it's over with their ex and whatever, their baby mama, their baby daddy, whatever it is. It's not. Okay, and maybe this female keeps contacting you, or this can be a male too, but I'm picking up strongly like a female. So keeps contacting you. Okay, whatever their relationship is with them, and hopefully you're blocking them. I think with the King of Swords, you're definitely blocking them here, because I feel like this is part of your energy. This is one person, this is one person, this is definitely one hell of a person. And this is just your energy. Okay? Um, yeah, I mean, you're probably being harassed by this Queen of Cups in reverse. You know, they could be telling you all these crazy things. They're delusional. They're nuts. So these two are meant for each other. Okay, this is this is your person, or if this is you. Okay, with this Scorpio card here, you could have strong Scorpio placements in your chart, or this full moon in Scorpio really could have helped you because I don't know. I wasn't expecting this energy to be this way, and I do follow astrology. I'm not an astrologer, but I do follow astrology, and whatever however this this full moon hit me, I wasn't expecting it to hit me the way that it did. So I'm feeling like a lot of us feel the same way. It was like an eye opening and a release of toxicity and a rebirth starting right after. And that's very scorpionic. I don't care what you feel about Scorpios. I happen to love the Scorpio, and I think you do too, Aries. Scorpio is a very beautiful energy. It's a water sign as well, you know. Um, I was told that we will hear a little bit of feel a little bit of a stinger, but for the most part it was actually very uplifting. I felt, let me know in the comments, guys, how it affected you personally. um, the days leading up to the Scorpio full moon were kind of intense, but it was things that I needed to hear. So I feel like for the collective who's ever watching this is feeling the same thing. They needed to see, hear, and experience stuff from the past to push them in the future for this rebirth to take place. Out with the old and in with the new, but for good, for the long haul. Not just for like a month or two. This is it. New chapter, new beginnings. Not dealing with the drama. Four of Swords. Yeah, you're in deep meditation. You're meditating. You're taking it easy. You're taking it all in. Maybe you're doing some type of soul searching or whatever it is. Maybe you're getting psychic dreams and downloads, Aries. But I feel like with this Four of Swords here, you're able to breathe. You're able to sleep. You're able to rest. You're able to compartmentalize everything that's happened, and now dealing with this Emperor energy sweeping you off your feet, male or female, whatever, but this is definitely a divine masculine here. um and just really like with this Four of Swords here, with how this owl looks here to me with the white and the purity, the swords around them, I feel like this is more like of a meditation state, a prayer state, having gratitude, being gracious, being proud of yourself for creating very strong boundaries and not allowing the past to seep in, blocking whoever needs to block, ignoring whoever needs to ignore, and moving forward. So this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. I'm really happy for you, Aries, that you're no longer you know dealing with certain people ever again. You've been through it, and I think that it's time now to really be happy with a significant other who's never going to do to you what this other person has done repeatedly. It's not going to happen anymore. So I love this reading for you, Aries. I would love to hear how this resonates with you. Like I said, please drop me a comment. If you don't want to comment, like I said, your favorite emoji. Let me pull an oracle card for you guys. Let me see what else Spirit has to say from the Nature's Whispers Oracle. And then I'm going to read you the message from the book. Let's see. What are the messages from your spirit guides and your angels and your ancestors for Aries? Shift your energy. Number 19. I love that number. I love the number 19. It's a very, very specific, special number to me. Let me know if it's a specific special number to you. It would be great if I could speak. Shift your energy. And that's exactly what the reading was about. Let's see, number 19, shifting your energy. Okay. And it's on page 16. So number 19, 36. Number 3 and 6 is 9. Okay, that's completion, so that's good. 9 and 1 is 10, reducing down to a 1, right? So that's beautiful. Okay. Clear your energy, the energy of those around you, and the energy of your environment. Winds of change are blowing into your awareness. So true, Aries. In order to prepare for what is ahead, begin a process of renewal. This process might include clearing away the old that no longer has a purpose in your life. It also might mean changing old habits and patterns that you are ready to release. An example might be actively avoiding overly sugary foods if you are trying to eliminate excessive sugar from your diet. Wow. Visit this as a time of shedding that can be achieved with ease and grace. That's interesting what they said about the food. This person could have made you have a very upset stomach. This ex person could have had a very unhealthy diet. And it really does affect us mind, body, spirit. So this is a beautiful confirmation of you doing the right thing, and you're being able to trust this emperor energy, whoever the emperor is to you, whether it's yourself or another person. um, because I'll guarantee you the emperor is never going to betray you, cheat on you, mistreat you, or anything like that. So you're definitely, gaining all the wisdom you need from your loss, and also you're being healthier. You're eating healthier. You're changing a lot of things about you, mind, body, spirit. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful detox. That's a beautiful, beautiful. That's a very powerful detox. Is when we eliminate certain people from our lives, and we also eliminate certain foods and drinks from our lives that don't serve us well. You know, um, I love this reading for you, Aries. This is beautiful. I'm wishing you so much love and light. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Bye bye.